Hello friends. So today we are going to do a reduction property on the definite integration. So this is a very important property and we are going to remember this property to solve complex questions. This can be used to solve complex questions in few steps. So I'm just going to write the property. So this property is applicable only when we have limit 0 to pi by 2 and a trigonometric function like sin x dx, or we can also have cos x in the integral sign, but the limit should be from 0 to pi by 2 only. Cos x dx. Now if we were asked to integrate this, we can do it very easily, but the complex part is that we have a power of n over here and n over here. So n can be any natural number, and this makes the problem a bit tough because we have a natural number in the power of sine. So now to solve this, we can actually solve it by using some of the steps that we have. But to make it real simple, we have a formula for that. So we are first gonna see if the n is odd or even. And then we are gonna have two formulas. That is, when n is odd, then we can say that the value would be n minus 1 upon n into n minus 3 upon n minus 2 into n minus 5 upon n minus 4, and this goes on until we get a 2 by 3 over here and a 1, and then we get 1. So we are just gonna write, when we get 2 by 3 from it, we are just gonna multiply 1 with it. So 1 is very insignificant to multiply, so it shows that we have completed the series. Now it is very easy to remember since we have subtracted a 2 from here and a 2 from here as well, and similarly proceeding with other numerator and denominator, we subtract 2 from both of them. Now if n is odd, we can do it very simply by this formula, and if n is even, we can do it by using the similar formula, which is this into n minus 3 upon n minus 2 into n minus 5 upon n minus 4. Now the thing that is going to differentiate is that we will get a 1 by 2 from here, because n is even. When we will subtract a 2 from it, we will get a even. Since we are subtracting 1 and odd numbers, these are all odd numbers, and since when we subtract even and odd, we get a odd number, which is 1. So the least odd number that we can get is 1. Now after we get 1 by 2, we are actually supposed to multiply a pi by 2 in it. Just like we multiplied a 1 in it, we are supposed to multiply a pi by 2 in this, when n is even and when n is odd. Now this seems a bit complicated, but it's actually very easy, and we are gonna do some questions in the next video based on these formulas. So stay tuned for the next. Thanks for watching.